Look who it is!
Hi guys, what's up?
It's the fan favorite, the one that people have been asking for forever. All two of you, but whatever.
And finally we get to do a review together properly instead of me doing that little popping in and out cameo in that other review with Philip Vanilli.
Yeah, where you were just a voice in the background, and then you showed up in the last, 10 seconds. Look, he's actually here. So...
That episode.
Yes. Scott Sunsborn is a good writer. Approve.
Yeah, he'll fit in just well. It's only one episode, but
Well, so far.
Yeah.
But he made a good first impression on me. So, yeah.
I think this guy wrote for Beavis and Butt at one point.
Yeah. I don't really see any hints of Beavis and Butthead in there.
Maybe that's kind of what he was doing. Like he was trying to not go for that style, except maybe turn in with the Hicks in that little town.
Yeah. Yeah, that might be the closest to Beavis and Butthead that we got. Just the ending with the Hick town. So, where do we start?
Oh yeah, alright, and I give the episode a thumbs up, and apparently you were really hyped for this episode.
I think this is probably the most hyped I've ever been for an episode, and I'm not even sure why. Nothing was particularly, grabbing me. It was just the entire, I don't even know. It's just,
Please tell me you weren't more hyped for this episode than you were for Pinky Pride.
No, I had, well, it was basically concentrated hype for 3 straight days for this episode. But for Pinky Pride, it was more hype spread out across 3 weeks or so.
Yeah.
So, I'd say the level of hype for this episode is probably the highest it's ever been, but I'd say Pinky Pride would still have me more hyped. But enough about how hyped I was, and more about the episode itself.
Well, first off, the most important thing: Apple Bloom.
Apple Bloom was characterized well. Yay!
Thank goodness, Scott. You. My one thing I was worried about the episode the most, was, or they could break Apple Bloom's good streak that she's been going so far through this entire season.
Yay!
I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best Apple Bloom's been, in such a long time.
Maybe ever.
Yeah.
Maybe ever.
This could have. I was afraid this episode could have broken that streak, but no, Apple Bloom's still going strong.
Yes. No mention of cutie marks anywhere. Honestly, I think that their character should not be only about cutie marks. This season has done
It's more about them than their goals.
Yes. It's more about building them as a character instead of what they want to do. So, yeah.
And,
definitely good characterization.
And of course, the other CMC are still adorable as ever.
Yes. Sweetie Belle still has voice cracks. If I didn't convince you in Twilight Time, this, you have no excuse. You have no excuse to keep. You have no excuse to not admit it anymore. I can't words. Things.
Yeah.
Speak.
Words.
Yes. Scootaloo and Sweetie Belle are both adorable. Approve. Apple Bloom. Not as adorable, but still did characterization well. Good things. Yes.
And there's also Applejack, the other part of the episode, so that's important.
Yes. Applejack. Everyone, from everyone's reactions to the 2 clips that I don't know if it's 2 or 3. I didn't. Was there a 3rd one?
I don't think I remember seeing a 3rd clip. I remember seeing the first 2.
Well, from what I saw from the first 2, I'm not really sure if there was a 3rd one yet, but from what I saw from the first 2, everyone was
out of character.
Everyone was like, Applejack is out of character, yeah. And I'm like, A, she's not out of character. This is a side to her character that we haven't seen yet. And B, even if she was out of character, is this really such a bad thing? No, it is a good thing. It is a good part of her character. It is a believable part of her character. Her overprotectiveness is good.
Yeah, we need more of this Applejack.
Out of character, quote unquote.
No, I think a real out of character for Applejack was her being like a really harsh liar, because that's not.
She's never really done that before, except for maybe Party of One and maybe Last Roundup.
Or you could say those are half truths.
It's more stretching the truth.
Yeah,
for those two.
Well, deliberately lying.
Yeah, but enough about Party of One and Last Roundup, and more about this episode.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, of course, first I could have like, what's she getting worried about? It's just a pie delivery. And then next I was like, oh, that's why she's getting freaked out, because that swamp is bad news. And then we got this Chimera show up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and the Chimera is actually a character rather than just some sort of new fancy beast.
I thought it was cool. The voice was a bit jarring, though. Why did you need to make it speak, though? It's like...
Yeah.
Well, I think that was probably to tone down the threatening factor, because that thing's
uncanny.
It's just freaking creepy, if you think about it.
And it's apparently a girl for some reason.
Yeah.
It refers to itself as sisters.
Yeah, so...
Yes, even the tiger with a really gruff voice.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a girl?
Wait, actually, I think you might have heard something like that, and apparently Chimera are actually female, so it's accurate. So,
well, yeah, but what's up with the deep voice?
I don't know, funny.
Are you sure you're a female?
Right.
But anyway.
And also, something also just came to mind about Chimera is like, Discord, the show calls him Draconic Quest, he kind of technically is a Chimera, a creature made up of different animal parts.
Yeah.
So, was that Chimera his cousin?
No headcanons. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop.
I'm just kidding. Please don't take it seriously, folks.
Don't do it. You mean like they took the Chirishai seriously?
I'm pretty sure someone's already done that before.
What, Chirishai?
Yes.
I'm sure it's a valid shipping at this point. But enough about Chirishai and more about the episode. Alright, so what about the two new locations, the Fire Swamp and that Hick Town?
Anyway, the Hick Town is a funny Hick Town.
Yes.
Don't know where it is or what it's called, but it's funny. It's a funny place to be.
It's a pretty funny thing. Like, just showing random redneck people just being like, "Hey, what's up? We're eating pies."
But the swamp
is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean seriously, that swamp is like overkill.
Yeah,
it gives that swamp.
It's not only a deadly swamp, but it's on fire.
It gives that other swamp from the episode with the hydrant and a run for its money.
Yeah, from Feeling Pinky Keen.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then there's...
I was like, I wasn't really sure where that swamp's located, but I thought it was like, wait, is Apple Bloom walking into toddlers or something like that? No wonder it's so deadly looking.
Mm-mm. Who knows? Oh yeah. Now let's talk about the writing of this episode. Gold. Pure gold. One of my favorite moments is probably the 4-second song.
Don't know what the point was, but clearly people weren't taking it seriously, so I got to cut really quickly.
Yeah. It's like, does this warrant a song? Then the episode realizes that it doesn't warrant a song and ends it immediately.
Do having Pinkie Pie singing bits even really warrant as songs?
Well, she's Pinkie Pie. She's known to have a lot of songs at this point, so they're kind of expected. So...
Oh yeah, and Applejack was wearing leather socks. You didn't notice that?
Great, we're gonna have fan art of that. And it's gonna be Rule 34-tized and stuff. Please, fandom. Just for once, can you... They're not listening to me. It's already being made.
Well, whatever. Well, if you're gonna show something interesting, at least
I don't get why socks are sexy. I just don't.
I actually did read somewhere that horses can and sometimes do wear socks on their hooves in real life. I'm not sure what the real purpose is, but...
Well, then it's not meant to be sexy.
Because the ponies are drawn in a cute way. That's why it's sexy.
Yes, they're cute. Not supposed to be sexy. Socks are not sexy. Socks are not sexy on anything. How is that a fetish? How?
What? On the fan favorite, so I'm allowed to wear socks.
I'm wearing socks, too. I'm not showing them for the camera. No. Alright,
And Big Mac was your standard fare, and Big Mac and Granny Smith was your standard fare, Granny Smith.
They didn't have much to do with the episode.
And Big Mac barely has any dialogue again. What the heck, writers? You're probably giving him dialogue, and you're like, no dialogue?
When he's saying goodbye, he just says, yup. What?
Yeah.
Alright, I have to admit, that was kind of funny. Just taking a jab at itself. The character interactions were also really well done. Especially between Applejack and Apple Bloom, which was the most important.
Applejack shenanigans. Getting real sick of your nonsense, Applejack.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, she pretty much, like, baby-proofed everything.
Yes.
2 helmets! 2 helmets!
2 helmets. That was absolutely great. Just, she's already wearing a helmet. Put another helmet on.
Haha, the helmets have been doubled.
Alright,
Still looking forward to that episode, by the way.
Oh, yeah. So, do we have anything else to say?
Yeah, I got nothing else left. I kind of liked it a little bit better than last week's episode.
9 out of 10.
8.5. Something like that.
Nah, alright.
That's because I wasn't as hyped. But it amused me.
Well, even with all my hype, I'm not gonna say that this was the best thing ever.
Nah, it's
not even close to be the.
It's one of the more
best thing ever,
and it's one of the more average, but in a good way.
Well, it had a lot of good parts in it, and I'd say it's above average, which is really good if it's the first episode that you're writing. I mean, all right, Scott Sunsborn, welcome to the family, and I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name.
Well,
so
yeah, there's plenty of writers you can team up with, or I don't know, take some influence off, or just throw in some other nonsense you can throw in. Just don't do what Merriweather does.
No, Merriweather's fine now.
Just you wait. She'll eventually write something, and the fans will get upset.
Well, the fans are always upset over whatever episode she writes because she writes it. Even if the episode is probably perfect, people will still complain that Merriweather Williams wrote it. She wrote frickin' Band Geeks, people.
Just wait till season 5 comes around and Larson comes back.
Is Larson coming back for season 5?
Maybe.
I don't know if that's confirmed yet.
He wasn't doing anything this season. I think he took a break.
Yeah. But if he is coming back, then good.
They told me that some of his inside jokes are basically going to be, take that to some of the angry fans. Why doesn't Merriweather just do that sometimes with some of her episodes? Take jabs at her haters.
Like purposely write the characters badly and then have the other characters blatantly point it out.
Yeah. I mean, come on, Merriweather, why don't you do that?
Like self-aware humor.
Yeah, it's weird. This episode was okay, but there's not so much you can work off of despite of what we talked about, so we're just rambling about nonsense now.
Well, that's what this is about. We ramble about things. That's why it's called EHAN Rambles.
But now it's EHAN ToskiHero rambles about whatever episode.
We still don't know if he's going to become permanent, though.
It depends of what you're doing.
Yeah.
The only reason why we were able to watch the episode together is because you were out testing.
It's because, yeah, I was taking standardized tests for college, and he was at things.
Yeah, I waited for you to come back so we can watch it together.
Yeah, so we finally got to watch the episode at the same time.
Well, we did that with Rarity Takes Me in Hand, but we never got together to review the episode.
Yeah.
Because it's always weird. Here's the routine. You watch the episode first, and then I am watching the episode because I'm usually busy every Saturday morning.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yeah, it was an episode. Welcome to the team, Scott.
Yes. 9 out of 10. No, you're Beavis. No, I mean, you're Beavis. I'm Beavis. Alright, that's enough.
Bye.